What's going on, everybody? This is Ne-yo, and you're checking out YourMusicMyWorld.com.
Okay, so you named your new album Non-Fiction. What made you come up with this title, and what do you want fans to take from this album after listening to it?
Well, the album is called Non-Fiction because every single song on this album either is or it's based on a 100% true story. What I want people to take from this, I'm calling this album the rebirth of storytelling. I want to bring storytelling back to the forefront. You know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of been, lost by the wayside a little bit over the last few years in music. You know, we live in a microwave age where everybody wants it quicker. Everybody wants, that instant gratification. But I personally feel like if you give them something worth slowing down enough to take the time to listen to and pay attention to, that they'll do that. So, at least that's what I'm banking on. So we'll see what happens when this album comes out.
How is it balancing being an artist and an A&R?
I will say it's not easy. Definitely not easy. Every hour of the day is, has to count for something. You use some of it for the stuff that you got to do as an artist, some of the stuff you got to do as a songwriter, and then you got to turn around and be an A&R. You got to take care of other people's situations and other people's projects. So I'll just say that I have a team of people that work with me that, are basically my brain and my backbone. Without them, this whole thing would not go the way that it goes.
So you've written hits for everybody, including artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, Celine Dion, and more. Is there artists that you haven't written for or even collaborated with that you would love to?
That is honestly a list a mile long, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of people out there that I very, very, very highly respect from an artistic standpoint. Jay-Z I've worked with before. I don't feel like we've done anything up to our true potential. Same thing with a Kanye. We've never done anything up to our true potential, I don't feel. I'm a huge fan of Drake and his writing ability, what it is that he does. Would definitely love to get in and do some stuff with him. The Weeknd I'm a fan of. Let's see, I can keep going. So yeah, basically to answer your question, there's quite a few.
You have a great career, being behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. But making this new album, were you thinking about, at this point, does, hits and sales, does that matter to you anymore as an artist, or is it just about creating good music that the fans will love and enjoy?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I definitely want to do something that people are going to enjoy, but my hope is that they enjoy it enough to pay for it. You know what I mean? I do have kids to feed, and, I know that I'm not, my money troubles is not everybody else's money troubles, but at the same time, should people decide that they just don't want to buy my music anymore, my money troubles becomes everybody's money troubles. So, with that being said, I don't really concern myself with the sales of albums because that's not my job. My job is not to sell records. That's the record label's job. Mm-hmm. My job is to make music that's going to be, that people are going to enjoy. And that's what I try to do every time I touch the studio. Now, Lord willing, when things go the way that they're supposed to and the stars align and everybody's on their job and, then things happen the way they do. The music is good and people actually go out and get it. So, again, Lord willing, that's what's going to happen with it.
Well, besides working on the album, we also know that you also act. Can we see you any more future projects coming up, or do you have any lined up?
There's some things that I'm reading for, some things that have come across the table that are looking promising. Nothing set in stone yet, you know what I mean? The majority of my energy has been put toward this album and then the other artists that I've been working with. I've been working with a bunch of new artists, trying to break some brand new folks. So that's been the majority of my time. That's where it's been. But should I come across a script that I really, really love enough to take some time away from the music, I'll definitely do that.
Okay. Well, speaking of the new artists that you're working with, can you give us a little insight about the artists that you are working with and when fans can expect to hear their music and things like that?
Sure. There's two artists especially that I'm working with the most right now, that both of which are my artists. One of them's name is Sonna Rele, Sonnarele, and she's my first signing over on Motown. First person I signed over there. Found her in the UK. She's a singer-songwriter, plays piano, plays guitar. She's a full package. On top of the fact she's beautiful young lady. Be looking for her stuff later this year. We got an EP out on her right now. If people want to just get a little appetizer, a little taste of what it is she does. It's simply called the Cinderella EP, and you can find it basically anywhere that you can find EPs and mixtapes. Her stuff is it's got some soul to it, but it's more folky type stuff. It's leaning a bit more towards pop than R&B or anything like that. But it's definitely got some soul to it. And then my other artist, her name is Candace. She's from California. One of the most incredible singing voices I've heard in a really, really long time. She is definitely a traditional R&B artist, R&B hip hop type stuff. All killer, no filler. She's one of them type of people that's, if she think it, she gonna say it, and if you got a problem with it, that's your problem. I mean, that's kind of who she is. I think that's one of her strong points, is that she's so real like that. But we doing a little artist development to make sure that no colorful 4-letter words fly out there at the radio interview or nothing like that. But her stuff is coming at towards the middle of this year as well. We also have an EP out on her if you want to check it out. It's called The Smoker's Room.
Oh, yes,
again, can be found anywhere where you can find the EPs and whatnot. Or you can go to her website, CandaceRB.com, and you can find her music there as well.
I have posted about Candace before. She is a very talented artist.
Oh yeah.
So with having a successful career behind the scenes and as a music artist, which one do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy being the writer, or do you enjoy being the artist?
They both have their pros and cons. You know what I mean? As an artist, it's always a little difficult for me to introduce a new element of myself to the fans. I had a kind of fans that once they realize that you do one thing real well, they kind of want you to stick doing that one thing. And me as an artist, I'm the kind of artist where I'm always going to grow and expand and venture out and try new things, try new sounds, new genres, whatever. So that becomes a little difficult. The whole concept of me being a gentleman. People sometimes go so far with that where if I say a cuss word, they be like, "What? You cuss?" And it's like, I'm a 35-year-old man. Hell yeah, I cuss. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? So it gets a little strange sometimes. People go a little far with the gentleman thing. So what it is to be a gentleman does not mean I'm trying to or am a perfect being in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm a guy. I make mistakes. I've told lies before. It's all real. It's all real. As a songwriter, there's a bit more freedom. I can kind of do whatever and be whatever I want to as a songwriter, just depending on who it is I'm writing for. So that's definitely the quality thing about songwriting is that there's less chains on you. You can kind of just do whatever it is you want to do, be whoever it is you want to be.
Now I have to get your opinion on something. With being an artist who had a very long successful career, I'm talking about Iggy Azalea. She's a new artist, and she's been getting a lot of flack from people for being white and rapping, especially with the Grammy nomination she got. What type of advice would you give to a new artist as for her to block all that out and keep doing what she's doing?
Well, I'll tell her just that. Block all that out and keep doing what you're doing. This is the reality of the thing. Okay, we live in a world where a person don't even have to have a reason to hate you. They will hate you just because. They will hate you because you woke up this morning. That's it. They don't have to have a reason. Everybody's going to have something to say about what it is you do, be it something negative, something positive, or something indifferent. Somebody's going to be disappointed. Somebody's going to be mad. No matter what you do, somebody's going to be mad. Somebody's going to disapprove. So with that being said, you might as well go ahead and do your thing. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do, because regardless of it, you know that you're going to get some backlash from somebody, somewhere. So I say to Iggy or whoever, if you're winning, just damn win and accept that some people ain't gonna like it.
Right.
In order to be great, you got to deal with the fact that some people are just not gonna damn like you, and that's a fact. They're not gonna like you. So, it is what it is.
Well, we see people like Timbaland and 50 Cent, who went from producing to being an artist and now producing television shows. Has that ever crossed your mind to produce like a music type television show, or even producing on a television show, period?
It definitely has. As a matter of fact, I'm currently dabbling in the world of directing and things of that nature. I want to, expanding my writing to, screenplay and script writing and things of that nature, and reading up on what it is to direct, the different things, just getting the information about what that is. I definitely want that to be my next passion project. That's what I want to lean toward. So, be looking for some stuff written and directed by me, relatively soon.
Okay. Now, I want to get back to your album on Nonfiction. What songs are most personal to you that you want fans to really hear, that, they'll get your story and see where you are in life right now?
Well, here's the cool thing about this album. Now, you have to get the deluxe version in order to get the full bang, full bang for your buck. As I said, every song on this album is a 100% true story, but the way that the songs are formatted tells a completely separate story, and it's a story that I won't say that the story is necessarily true in that it happened exactly this way with exactly these people, but it's true in that it's a story that, all men have gone through in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All women have experienced. If you've ever been in more than one relationship, you've experienced this before. The whole concept of, saying that you want one thing, but then your actions proving that you don't. Doing something stupid, messing up a good thing, that whole nine. So that kind of makes the whole album personal for me because, I've been in that place. I've been in that place recently, just silly mistakes, silly decisions made, that cost me, something good. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, the whole album is personal to me, man. It's every story on the album is not mine, but every story on the album is mine.
Can we expect any tours, upcoming music videos, anything you want to let your fans know?
Well, we just put out the video for my record "Coming With You," which is kind of my throwback to the '90s up tempo type of vibe. Video is colorful and fun because the song is colorful and fun. So, check out Vivo or my website, ne-yo-hatLast.com. You can check out that brand new video. I also put out a lyric video to, one of the EDM tracks on the album. It's a song called Who's Taking You Home, produced by David Guetta. We just did the lyric video for that, so you can check for that. I think it's quality. I want people to listen to this album and step out of their comfort zone a little bit. If you are a diehard R&B head, listen to some of these up-tempo, some of these EDM tracks to see if it's something you can resonate with. If you're an EDM dude, listen to some of these R&B records to see if it's something you can resonate with. I feel like at the end of the day, if everybody's a Ne-Yo fan, then everybody should be able to get into everything Ne-Yo does. That's what it is. So, get into these stories. Get into these stories to where you find yourself in these stories. You resonate with the stories of something you've been through before, and just enjoy this album. That's what I want people to do.